Jesus admonishes us in this very difficult gospel. Love your enemies. Now, who is our enemy? It's not the person that I have a tiff with, the person that I'm angry at. Our enemies are those who will evil against us. So it doesn't matter how necessarily we feel about the other person, it's how they are acting and willing and choosing to us. And so it's how they will evil against us. And so what is love? Love is not just, well, I feel good about this person. I like this person. There are a lot of people that were called to love everyone in the world, but a lot of people were called to love that we won't necessarily like at all. Love is choosing, willing the good of the other for their own sake. And so they're willing evil to us, and Jesus says, but you don't will evil back to them. And not even just a random feeling like whatever, but no, you're to will their good. Will their good. And we see Jesus does this for us. Even as we crucified him, he is willing our good. And what is the greatest good? The greatest good is heaven. We want people to get to heaven. That is the greatest good. And so he's saying, see, look at your Heavenly Father. Look at your Heavenly Father. He makes the sun rise, not just, okay, you're against me today, so I'm not going to let the sun rise on you. No, he doesn't do that, except for the people in Alaska in the middle of winter. No, but he doesn't choose, okay, well, these people get my goodness and these people don't. He pours out his goodness even on those who will evil against him. We hear in the first reading today about Elijah and about Ahab. Now, you remember from yesterday's first reading how Ahab was so wanted Naboth's vineyard, and so he got all 2-year-old pouty when Naboth wouldn't sell it to him. And so his wife has Naboth killed, and he goes and gets it. And then God sends Elijah to confront him, and we hear about that confrontation today. And it says in the first reading that no one gave himself up to doing evil in the sight of the Lord, as did Ahab, urged on by his wife Jezebel. That there was such evil. He willed not the good of God. He was an enemy of God. But God continued to pour out his love upon him. In fact, sending Elijah to ask him for conversion by saying, this is going to happen to you. So what happens? Ahab heard these words and tore his garments and put on sackcloth over his bare flesh. He fasted, slept in sackcloth, and went about subdued. He humbled himself. He repented. And God recognizes this. Doesn't mean that there's no consequences at all. But God recognizes even this person who is as evil as Ahab. He's poured out his goodness because he loves him. He loves him. And because God is saying, see, there are so many people in this world that do evil to you. Will you not be like me? Will you not be like me and still continue to pour out goodness upon them, even when they have nothing but disdain and evil will for you? A very hard gospel. But this is what it means to be a child of our Heavenly Father. Jesus tells us very clearly, this is what we must do. Love our enemies. Pray for those who persecute you, so that we may be like God the Father.